Political Buzz, your rapid-fire look at the best political topics of the day. 3 questions, 30 seconds on the clock. And playing today, CNN contributor Will Cain, CNN contributor Maria Cardona, and SiriusXM political talk show host and comedian Pete Dominick. First question, guys. Herman Cain this weekend lashing out once again at reporters. Take a listen.
Mr. Cain, the attorney for one of the women who filed a sexual harassment complaint.
Don't even go there.
No gossip.
Can I ask my question?
No, because...
No
Can I ask a good question?
Where's my chief of staff?
I'm right here.
Please send him the journalistic code of ethics. If you all listen...
All right, guys. Do voters want to hear Herman Cain talk about ethics right now? Will?
Well, I don't know. I think that kind of presumes that Herman Cain doesn't have a position to talk about ethics. And right now, with no details in any of these sexual harassment claims, I don't know, does he not have a position to speak about ethics or journalistic ethics? I don't see the problem. I think the one thing voters want to hear regarding this story that does not go away is details. Until we get some details, this story is just like in a cycle of inanity.
Maria?
I don't think that voters want to hear him talk about ethics, Kara, until we get the details. And the problem here is that Herman Cain has the details, and he could easily put this behind him. The problem with burying your head in the sand with not just one, not just two, but now possibly 3 sexual harassment allegations is that there's some there. If there wasn't, then there wouldn't have been not just one, but 2 settlements for thousands of dollars on behalf of the National Restaurant Association. Get the truth out there, Herman Cain. Get this out, and then voters might want to hear what you want to say.
Pete?
I got bad news, everybody. Apparently a 4th woman has come out and accused. But as Will said, we don't have details. We don't know specifics. But, Kira, no, the voters don't care about Herman Cain's ethics or, frankly, anybody else's. People think Congress has a 9% approval for a reason. They don't really have a lot of ethics. But listen, Herman Cain is talking about the journalistic code of ethics. I read the preamble. Nowhere does it say you should never ask a question that might have an uncomfortable answer. These questions are out there. He needs to answer them, but frankly, he's making a lot of money off this. Why would he stop now?
All right, before we move on to a second question, Pete Dominick just brought to light the latest here with this 4th accuser. Apparently, I'll just give you a quick one-liner here. California defense attorney Gloria Allred, we all know her name, says that this woman is actually going to come forward at some point today, possibly hold a news conference. So we're following it, guys, okay? There we go. All right, question number 2. Here we go. In a debate over the weekend, Herman Cain actually suggested that Newt Gingrich might make a good vice president. Take a listen.
If you were vice president of the United States, what would you want the president to assign you to do first?
What do you think, guys? Look like a winning ticket, Maria?
You know, if it was maybe Dancing with the Stars, or perhaps they would make a great couple that could win on The Amazing Race, maybe. But in terms of president and VP, I don't think so, because especially in a process where you're going to have the most religious conservative voters making the choice of who's going to be the person who's nominated, I think they're going to want at least one person without a sexual harassment allegation or 4 against them, and somebody who is not a philanderer and a cheater and who changes wives more often than they change their minds.
Ooh, Will.
I don't know if it's a winning ticket, but I tell you, it looks like a winning strategy for Newt Gingrich. I mean, as the Herman Cain ship is listing a little bit, and the Newt Gingrich ship pulls right up alongside, supports it, says Herman's a great guy, and waits for all those people to jump off onto his boat. It's pretty smart. Those people have been jumping around from Michelle Bachmann to Rick Perry to Herman Cain, and Newt Gingrich is in a prime position to be the guy to benefit from all this. And by being Herman Cain's supporter, he could be that guy.
Pete?
Kira, I look at these 2 candidates running for president, and I really don't believe they're actually running for president. It's my opinion, but I believe both these guys are running to make money, to raise their speaking fees, to sell their books, to get more exposure. They're spending money now to make money later. And Kira, mark my words, August 2012, if either of these guys are still in the running, I will donate $500 to the charity of Kira Phillips' choice. You got it.
Really? Okay. Well, I'll tell you.
Got it.
Oh, all right. I'm marking August 2012.
Also,
yes.
I just need to ask Wilkin if I can borrow $450.
Well, I'll tell you right now, it'll be for the Brain Tumor Foundation for Children here in Atlanta, so I'm holding you to it,
Done.
pal. All right.
Done.
Your buzzer beater now, 20 seconds each. Bill Clinton's new book says that the U.S. looks, quote, weak and confused. So what re-election advice should the former president be giving President Obama behind closed doors? Will?
You know, Bill Clinton won re-election in an economy that was improving, prosperity that was growing, and a budget deficit that had been cut in half. I don't know that he has any advice for a president that pretty much is the opposite on all of those things. I think that Bill Clinton is would be shooting from the hip like the rest of us for President Obama here.
Maria?
I think what he should be telling President Obama, and I think he actually has said this to him, is to continue with the plan that he has put out. Because guess what? It's Bill Clinton's plan. Bill Clinton's plan was to cut taxes for the middle class and workers and make the rich pay their fair share. And you know what? We had the greatest economic expansion that we had in a generation, 22 million new jobs. That's exactly what President Obama's plan should be doing, and Republicans should help him do that.
Okay. Pete?
Weak and confused. I got to say, that cuts a little personal to me. Those are two words oftentimes used to describe me, Kira. I don't think he can be possibly talking about foreign policy. President Obama has whacked more terrorist thugs than Clinton even thought of trying to do. On economic policy, maybe he's telling him he shouldn't take so much money from Wall Street, but he probably will. We'll watch and find out. I need more context on that weak and confused.
More context, and you know what? I've just decided I might turn this into a whole charity fundraiser segment at the end of the show. Pete's got me all excited now. All right, you guys think about what you want to donate. we'll be talking again. All right, well,
Thanks,
the UN's, you bet. Thanks, guys. The UN's nuclear